And good afternoon, just barely afternoon here. Just 2 minutes after 12, I came in close. I'm going to wait for a few minutes and just see if we can get some people to join in. It's all about healing today. It's all about peaceful presence. I often, when I go to do one of these, I'll ask for some kind of a message, just sometimes 3 words, something to work with. And all I got today was just show up. So today we're just showing up. That's my 3 words, just show up. So I'm here. Whether you watch it now, whether you watch it later, whenever you watch is the best time for you. There's always divine timing. And I'm here to remind myself of a lot of those rules, not rules, ideals, promises. Promises is a better word. This existence right here, right now, this is not an easy time. It's not an easy time for us, so I should turn off my notifications so you guys aren't getting that funny noise every time I get something. There we go. So when you pop in, let me know that you're here. I'd like to hear from you. The direction that I'm getting is that this will always be every day at noon when I come in. It's just show up. I show up. Whoever decides to show up with me, we will decide from what hi Melanie, from what you have to say. We'll decide. I'll let the guides just decide where they want to take us. So I wonder how you're feeling this morning. Melanie, how are you doing? It's go ahead and post for me and let me know what's in your world today. It's been a very strange time for me too. So I if you're going through strangeness, I'm right there with you. That's all I can give it. I usually try to kind of feel out the energy in the morning. Today is a very strange energy for me. I'm not sure if I'm coming or going. It's one of those like I just don't know. I don't know which direction to turn at any given moment today. I'm kind of just, trying to stay and ride the wave. So I don't know if that's somewhat heavy today. That's what I'm feeling too. It's the energy is very heavy and it's very hard to navigate it. It's hard to pick it up. When I was in meditation this morning, I felt a couple times where, I always call in Archangel Michael to assist before I even start and to help me to clear away anybody else's energy, cut all cords, all that. If I'm carrying any negative energy from my dream state, all that, I ask to have it lifted. And I always feel that little whoop, like I'll sit in it and I feel the energy come up off. So I know that even though we feel like we're doing okay, we often carry things through from our sleep. We're doing a lot of work in our sleep right now. It's very easy when you're out and about to pick up energies from the collective. Even if you're not even out and about or collecting energies right now, we're here to transmute and bring things into the light, raise the vibration of the planet. So, we knew we were going to do this. We all signed on for this, and we knew that we were going to have some heavy work to do as we come into this new energy. And I'll give you what was given to me today. Well, I tend to be in the shower, in the water. I'm more in tune. So there's usually a message that comes through when I'm close to water. That's why you probably see me out. I'm always taking videos of water. I often am drawn to the water because that's where I find my peace. That's where I find the answers, maybe, that I'm looking for. And sometimes, mostly, it's just to find that space, that quiet, the solitude inside of me, to close down this egoic stuff that goes on, the chatter that comes in from the brain. Because what they were giving me today, so I wake up, you're probably very much like this, you wake up and you got all this negative energy rolling around and it's telling you, the ego starts saying this and this and this, it starts coming up with all these, ego loves to find reasons for things. If you're not feeling well, what's the reason? If you're not, we always want to figure out what we've done wrong. That's a big one for me. Hi, Charlie. We always want to figure out what we've done wrong that would bring about some horrific or some illness or whatever it is that's going on in our lives. This is how they gave it to me today. What if? I want you to use this phrase today, what if? So when I first wake up, I think of all the things that are going wrong in my world, and then I try to compartmentalize them and find a reason for all of them. And so as I'm in the shower, they're like, what if? What if it's not something negative? What if that illness, what if that separation, what if that, all these different things that are going on in our lives, what if they're actually here for us? That we're not being punished? That there's nothing that we've done wrong? That they are here to redirect us, like the water that works its way through the rocks. It'll hit a rock and it'll find its way around a different way, and it'll just kind of keep getting redirected. For me, I feel like on a personal level, I feel like that's been my whole life. It's like my ego has planned to have, or however this has worked. I've got these redirections, and they're not little dinky redirections. It seems to me as if every so often there's this massive upheaval in my world, and then I have to try to figure out, okay, where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? And the way that my guides, and I'm more in tune now than I've ever been before, the way that I'm receiving their answer to that question is, be still. For this time, instead of, my very wise guides, instead of trying to figure it all out with the egoic mind, instead of trying to put all the pieces together before they're ready to fit, instead of trying to see the whole picture before it's even been painted, they are telling me to be still. There is nothing that I can do at this point. There's nothing for me to do. There is only me being patient, allowing for the what if. Maybe this is all for my benefit. Can you pick up on that? We, as the egoic mind, always wants to run off into that tangent, wants to go, oh, there's something wrong. I'm sick. I've got something wrong with me. So-and-so is sick. Something is happening. Whatever it is that's going on in your life, it's always, it takes you down that rabbit hole that isn't necessarily someplace that you need to go. Hi, Annie. So that's what they were giving to me today, and I'd love to hear from you guys. I said that I'm going to do my best to be here every day, no matter how I feel. Today I've got a headache. It's in my eyes, so if I seem kind of off, I'm a little bit, but I said I'm going to be here every day at noon, and I'm here. I'm not making excuses anymore. I'm here, no matter what. So we're here today, and I would love for you to tell me how your world is treating you. I know with Melanie it was heavy. I agree. I feel like I'm carrying the weight of the world on the top of my head today. It feels the energy of the world. There is so much going on. Hi, Noreen. It's when I wake up in the middle of the night, at 4:30 in the morning, I woke up thinking of something horrible that happened that I saw in the news. And then I'm right there with this person that's experiencing it at 4:30 in the morning. So what are we doing when we're asleep? That's what I'd like to know. When we're sleeping, we're still transmuting. And sometimes we wake up, hi Chantel, and sometimes we wake up in the middle of that process where we're moving energy. We're not just working for ourselves. We came here to help the world. We came here to help the collective consciousness to come up out of that slumber, out of that very dark place, out of the place where everything is as the mind sees it, that egoic self. The egoic self always seems to go to the worst case scenario for most of us. Oh, I've got a headache. It must be a tumor. Oh, I've got a stomach ache. I must have, it's always like this stuff. You always think that there's something awful. Okay, but let me shift that a little bit. The awfuls are also for our benefit. So, as difficult as it is, everything shifts us and moves us in different directions, right? So we have these things that go on in our lives that sometimes a loved one gets very sick. Sometimes our financial status just suddenly crumbles before us. Sometimes we lose a home, or we have a separation in a relationship, or we have, and those things, I know for me, those things have been, I can sit there and look back at my life and see the most traumatic events, the most difficult things to get through, were the areas where I shifted, where suddenly everything in my world, when I thought that it was something I couldn't get through, I just wasn't going to make it, somehow we had enough, there was enough love coming in, there was enough support coming in, that we make it through it, don't we? And we come out the other side and there's a new strength. There's something different in us. We've shifted, we've changed, we've expanded, we've grown. So the way that they keep on pushing this at me is what if? What if it's not punishment? What if it's not a negative? Why do we always have to think it's something bad? It's difficult, it's painful, it's very, very hard to get through. But is it a shift in who we are and in our vibration so that we're going to move up higher so the soul has a chance to expand and grow from it? And that's really, hi Conchetta, things happen for a reason. Life, this is Charlie, life lessons recognizes blessings rather than challenges. Exactly. Because the knee-jerk reaction is to go, oh my gosh. And you are exactly right. When these things happen, when you think, oh, this is going to be all, yeah, it probably, I'm not trying to sugarcoat painful events. They take us to our knees sometimes. Sometimes they lay us flat out. But, and the but is that on the other side of that, there's a shift, there's a change. I was listening to something this morning and it made such sense to me. I've always felt since I lost Steve physically that he was always still. I had a psychic tell me about a month after he passed that he was only going to be with me for maybe a year or 2 years, something like that. And I thought, I don't think that's correct. That doesn't feel right to me. When we decide to come in to this existence, we fall in love with different people. We have different experiences. We get to sit there and we get to have these beautiful experiences that can also be blended in with the pain, right? And when we do have a loss, that love doesn't go anywhere. Not only does the love not go anywhere, there's an aspect of that person that is gone, that you think is gone, that is actually still with you. Does that make sense? If you pay attention and you tune in, you'll realize that you will never leave your loved ones. Now, while they're still walking the earth, you will be around to support them. When you've lost someone, they are still around to support you. They will continue to grow and expand. I've watched Steve really, really evolve as a soul. And yet, still in those moments, in the quiet moments when I need to feel his presence, he's right here. And so are the loved ones that you have lost. They are still so close. They still hear you. You may be having those days where you feel you're in a very low place, you're in a lot of pain. It's very difficult for them to be present, or they're present, but it's difficult for you to feel their presence. That's a better way to put it, because of where you are. So, full circle is, what they were giving me is what if? What if none of this is meant to be a punishment? Not a thing. There is nothing on earth that is here to punish you. You have no reason to carry guilt or shame or blame. Nothing is here to hurt you on the deepest level. It is only here to teach. Those people that come into our lives and love us so deeply and seem to leave too early, they came in to teach. They chose to be, I think in our linear mind we want to go, oh, this is my child, so they're younger than me, or this is my whatever. We start to go, that's not true. That people, that the souls that come in can often be very old souls in little bitty form. And I think we're getting a lot of those right now. There's no think. These little people, when you watch them, you're like, wow, they're like a billion years old. And so everything that is coming in, every person, every experience, everything that's going on in your life, it all has a purpose. It all allows you to teach them. It all allows them to teach you. It allows your soul to advance. It allows you to have experiences that you wouldn't have otherwise. Hi, Marianne. And so please understand that nothing is here. No disease comes into your body without some sort of opportunity. It seems crazy to say that, doesn't it? Because we fight these things so much. We don't want to be sick. We don't want our loved ones to be sick. We don't want different things. We don't want to have any loss. We don't want to, who knows, there's so many things that can happen. And yet, everything, and this is what my guides are giving me this morning strongly, and that's the only reason why I'm here talking about it, is that in this very dense, heavy energy, there is a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering. And in that, there is opportunities for the collective consciousness to move through the old energy and into the new. And that's probably the most direct thing that they can give you today. That all of the things, if you can stop looking at the news or looking at, picking apart your life, stop judging. Don't judge your experiences. Don't judge the experiences of other people as much as you'd want to, as much as you're like, oh gosh, in a loving way. Often I'm like, wow, like if they'd have just made this choice, if they'd just done that or whatever. Not our place. They have signed on to this. They are learning at a soul level through, as long as they are still in that lower old energy, they're learning through their pain and suffering, unfortunately. Hi, Paula. And so we all need to allow one another, and I know this is hard when you've got children, allow one another, even your loved ones, to go through the experiences they're going through. Be the light that you are. Energy's coming. Be the light that you are. Allow for your guides, your angels, to come in to assist you. Don't try to do this all by yourself right now. This is why I'm doing this daily. This is a very heavy energy. And even if you you think that you're just going. No, Marianne, we do. We see these things through our children, don't we? I made my mistakes. I'd rather that my children didn't make the same mistakes. I don't want them to suffer the way that I did. Unfortunately, fortunately, they have the opportunity to choose their path. They have free will and free choice. And those experiences that can be quite painful are often the biggest opportunities for growth, right? So allow for yourself to have that and allow them to have that, and then be still as often as possible. I keep getting that message from my guides. I feel like my very active mind wants to, okay, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this always. Okay, how can I fix this? How can I fix that? How can I do this? They're really pushing us now to just be in stillness as much as possible. Checking in on that one, on another thing that just started to come through. Be aware that not everyone is ready to make the shift consciously into this higher vibration. We are not here to try to force people to become enlightened or to become light workers or to, oh, we've got it, we're doing really well, and we want them to feel what we feel. The truth is that you are an advanced soul, more ready to move into the new energy than others. And so you may be in a place of knowing how good this feels, knowing what it's like to move into this, wanting your loved ones to move into it too, and yet they're not ready yet. So being patient with them, working to help. I often will clear energy from my children. Even most of them are grown now, but I will still request at a soul level to clear energy to help them to move through this, and whatever their soul, whatever is best for their soul, will go to them. So you can do it that way. Work at a soul level. Hi, Angel. It's nice to see you. But no more force feeding. This is not about force feeding anyone. This is about you and me, those of us that are here to do this, sitting on the floor, pulled card choices, overanalyzing, procrastinating, the 7 of water. Yeah, sounds like me. Thank you, Charlie. To get back into it is just, we're here, and I'm going to be here every day. I feel like this is why I'm here, to help you, that those of you that are ready for a higher vibration, to move into a higher energy. If you're not, you'll probably fall away very quickly. But if you're ready for that, we're going to go into this high vibration together, and we're going to clear some energy around those of us that are ready for this, because your job requires a lot of you. You're sleeping, you're working, 24/7, you're working. We need to work together to clear energy, to assist you in moving forward and in transmuting this energy without it taking you down with it, okay? I know you're feeling really heavy today, many of you. There's a very heavy energy on the planet today. Full moon, this is a massive full moon that's just moving out, and it has this way with all the retrograde. It's just like, I don't want to get too much into that because I also feel like we're just experiencing life, and this is a very dense planet, but we do have a lot of crazy energy right now. So it's even more difficult. So just allow yourself that space, the sleep if you need it, the rest. Let's go into a meditation, anyone that wants to join me, and we'll just ask the angels to help clear away. Whether you believe in angels or not, they're there. You have a team, a beautiful team, each one of us. Our teams actually are pretty much the same because we have this. If you think that there's any limitation on the other side, you're wrong. They get to be everywhere at one time. So if you put your hand on your heart, right here in the center of your chest, not your physical heart, right in the center, and you allow for the idea that there is like a portal right there. It's an energy portal that you are able to pull energy in and open up that space. And so when you open that heart, the room fills up. You've got angels all around you. They're not out there in the sky someplace. They're right here. You have this place right here. So call them in right now. Who would you like to call in? I always think it's fun. I always call in Archangel Michael first. So make sure that your feet are firmly planted. Mother Gaia has been very helpful lately, really working to ground our energy, help us to be more at home on planet Earth, which is not always easy. So feeling those feet and then calling in Trey. Yes, you feel Trey. That is exactly Chantel. I've felt him. It's very sweet. I don't really know you that well, but there's times when I'll connect when you're here and I feel that beautiful. Yep. Right there. Makes me want to cry. Beautiful energy. Thank you, Trey. Thank you, Chantel, for allowing me to feel that. So as we're moving into this meditation, we are surrounded. You are sitting in your own space, your own bubble. And yet, energetically, we have a connection between us because we are all connected. And so as we move into this love energy gets flowing beautifully. Feeling that energy, it's so beautiful. So go ahead and feel yourself. Where would we like to go? Let's go someplace pretty. This mountain air right now has been so cool. If you go up higher, it's so beautiful on my face. And the leaves are all changing, which if you'd like, we can just go to one of these mountain streams today. I want you to feel relaxed. You might need a sweater today. Hi, Tristan. So see yourself. There's these ancient, huge, massive rocks. I love the rocks so much. I like to just put my hands on them. I like to go sit beside them or sit on top of them if they're big enough and just listen to the water coming down. So find yourself that spot where you're sitting on this huge, ancient rock. And the water, you can hear the water coming down. And it just has the most gentle sound as it goes around the rocks, little waterfalls. It's very beautiful. These birds around here, they make the craziest noises. So listen for the birds. Maybe a few buzzing. Yesterday I was sitting by the water just watching the most beautiful dragonflies. They had all these, the sun kept hitting them and all their wings. And they were just going around in circles trying to hunt bugs, and they were so beautiful. What do you see? What do you hear? And I want you to just, as you're sitting there on that rock, I want you to imagine now. Don't forget your imagination. There beside you is someone that maybe you're missing. It can be a famous person if you're not missing anyone. It can be a dog or a cat, or it may be a loved one. They've come in to sit with you. Feel their energy. You might feel it at the right or the left. For me, it's at the right. It's very sweet because often when I do this, I'll feel Steve, but today it's my grandmother. She has the sweetest, softest energy. So feel that energy beside you. There is no purpose for them here at this time other than to be there for you, to support you, to let you know that they're still very much alive. They just want to hold your hand. They just want to be present with you. So allow yourself to feel that. And as we sit here, we're asking Archangel Michael to clear away any negative attachments, anything that you've got going on that you're ready to release. You might have some old baggage that it's time. It's just time to let it go. We're moving into this beautiful new energy. So as we're sitting here, there's energy clearing all around you. And within all those layers of you, you're so multidimensional if you could only see. So as you sit there, just allow this energy to flow. It's moving through all those energy centers, clearing out, getting everything spinning beautifully, restoring your energy, allowing you to feel more alive. Hi, Linda. More alive in this moment. Completely grounded, centering. Feel that. It's like you can feel this ching, 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 ching. Everything just lines up perfectly. And relax and breathe. And breathing is so important. A couple of big breaths. Lots of energy up in the heart. Some releasing going on there. So I'm just holding that energy for whoever's needing it. If you have anything heavy that you're holding on to today, your guides, your angels are helping with that. Feel that energy move. You can if you pay attention. And take a big breath. Pull it up. Try to pull it up towards your high heart. Just pull this beautiful earth energy right up through. So take a breath. Very nice. Very nice. It's moving. There is such a light, a bright light that's shining at the heart right now for so many. You're like, if you could see yourself standing there and you've got this beautiful burst of light coming from your heart. And it's just reaching, going out wherever it needs to go. We forget who we are. We're very powerful. This energy is, there's nothing that you can do that is more important on the planet than sharing your beautiful light. So it's okay, Marianne. I'll still be here. I'll be posting this. Thank you for joining us. So go ahead and take another big breath, pulling it up into your throat, opening up those beautiful vocal cords of yours. You have this amazing presence. I know people say a lot about channeling and they want to pull in a different channel and they want to speak in a different, type of accent or whatever. But you are a wise, ancient, amazing piece of everything. And you have such wisdom in you. So as you pull that energy up through your throat, allowing for your own voice of wisdom to strengthen. And then it's coming up. I can feel lots of strong energy in the throat right now. Some of you have got a lot of energy around the third eye. Go into the ears too. Let's get you all balanced out. Healing. Calling in the healing angels. Yeshua also always present with me. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And that headache of mine is lifting right as we speak. So this has been beneficial for me too. If you're feeling pain, just focus on that area so that your healing angels will go and do some work for you, help you to heal and to bring up any kind of negativity that is pulling you down today. Hi, Lisa. I'm coming up through the crown now. I want you to see that just open right up. Open right up to the heavens and let source energy, beautiful, pure. There's nothing more powerful, more beautiful. Pouring down now. Just like you stepped into the waterfall. So you've gotten off of your rock. You stepped into the water. There's a beautiful waterfall there. You just go stand under it and let it pour down on top of your head. And as it does, it washes you clean. Inside and out. It's just coming right down through your chakra centers. Washing anything right down through your toesies down into the earth. The earth loves this job. Because she takes it and she recycles it. She uses your energy. And then she returns it to you all nice and clean and beautiful. So beautiful. Excellent. So I want you now to begin to just see yourself with that crown closing up. I'm feeling the heat of the angels right now. I don't know if you're feeling any heat, but that means there's a lot of healing going on. And then I'm asking Archangel Michael, as you get all these chakras spinning beautifully, you're creating such light, asking Archangel Michael to assist you in pulling your energy back in within this beautiful bubble that he's wrapping around you. This is your protection. It's a buffer as you go out into the world today, wherever you are, even when you're sleeping. This beautiful angel hug wrapping around you right now. And all of you have such beautiful colors. Hi, Veronica. Beautiful aura. It is complete. There's no pinpricks. Only love in, only love out today. As you go about your day, enjoy that protection that's wrapped around you. Continued healing to anyone that needs it. If you'll take just a second now, whoever it is that's on your mind that you know needs a little healing, or just general to the earth, take just a second with me and just send it out. We're all going to work together on that. Send it to where it needs to go. Beautiful. Well done. Well done. Such beautiful energy when we gather. I appreciate you all so much. Feel yourself back fully into your body as you're coming back, all protected. You're a beautiful being of light. Let that light shine today. Show it off. This is what you're here for, so enjoy it as much